Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here again for another lighting gear review. This time it's the Sokani X50. So Sokani also makes more, of course, amazing lighting products. And the one back here, that is the Sokani X25, which I did a review on. And so now I'm going to be talking about my key light, which is over here. And that's the Sokani X50. That's what's powering up. It's currently at 100% full max brightness. So you can see it's producing a really nice, soft, even light. I have it bounced on a relatively large sort of white wall, and it's lighting up because it's a, let's say maybe seven feet by sort of 4 feet sort of white wall, and taking over sort of that complete space and producing a really nice, soft, even light, and nice wrap. And kind of also filling a little bit of the background, because I'll power off the light and then you'll see kind of how it goes. So there we go. That's no light whatsoever. Cool silhouette. Power back on. And there we go. Straight in there. And so set my first disclaimer. I'm not paid by Sokani to review this product. I purchased this product with my own money. And just to go over all the amazing qualities of this light. So first and foremost is the price, probably the best budget panel that I could find for full RGB, and being the Sokani X50, being a 50-watt LED RGB panel. The build quality is amazing. I'll probably cut to some B-roll. Really good barn doors. The yoke and the mount for the light is very strong. Has a really, and I'll actually have a second one right here, so I'll bring it. So I'll power this guy on. Boom, this is another super bright one. So let's see if I can get a good shot of that. Cool. So currently at 100% brightness, going through the RGB circle. I'll turn this guy down a little bit. So we're gonna go to about, there's that 10%. Here's the light in its full glory. There's the 2 NPF batteries on the rear and the barn doors. It's about a sort of 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot sized RGB panel. Power this guy off, and I'll be cutting to some B-roll so you can see the rear display and the barn doors, sort of the quality of the build. Overall, I'll say it's an amazing light. Especially compared to some other competition panels, as you kind of do your research for sort of budget price LED, especially RGB panels. Sokani was, the Sokani X50 was the best one that I could find. For color output, it's extremely bright, being 50 watts. For indoor stuff, I think it would play very well for even medium shots and sometimes wide shots, depending on where you can hide that light. For close-ups, definitely also very good, and for medium shots as well. Going in terms of the color and the brightness, it does incredibly well. Very bright, especially the full RGB spectrum, as well as tungsten and daylight, and everything in between. The competition, sort of the one level up, would be the Aperture 60C, which is the 60-watt panel, so about 10 watts more, and it'd probably be 30% brighter. But for the price of that panel compared to the Sokani X50, I'd say the Sokani would be the best sort of budget LED RGB panel. And next, I'd have to say, in regards to the cons of this light, it does have the ability to do 2 NPF batteries, which is amazing. You can do on-location stuff. However, the con is they have to be both powered, both mounted on the light, and they could probably be a little bit different voltage and power, but probably nowhere to like 30% of one and 100% of one. They kind of have to be about 10 or 20% difference. They can't be hot swappable, but at least we were able to get a dual mounted NPF battery solution. And in theory, you could do larger style NPF batteries. Also, in terms of on-location power, you could do something which not many people know about, but the ability to take the AC power out of the light and power into a portable battery generator. So they have these no gasoline needed and just basically a power bank, large USB sort of style power bank, but they're kind of used for emergency situations, and you kind of can get anyone's from 300 watts and upwards, even probably 100 watts. The other sort of downside to the light would be that there's no app control. That being said, I did find that Sokani has the ability to do groups and channels. So for example, since I have the option for these two lights, as well as I was able to find that this Sokani X50, if you need an application where you want to change all the colors or all the lights to have the exact same settings, the ability to pair them all onto the group and channel, you could control all three of them via the app connecting to this Sokani X50. Or if you didn't have the Sokani X50 that can be controlled by the app, you could go just straight up the panel and have, of course, the second light or third light or fourth light of this Sokani X50 and be able to match the same group and channel, and then change your color and your brightness and color temperatures that way. Also, I was looking, hey, okay, the ability to modify this light came to mind and saying, hey, okay, you are able to remove these barn doors. So by there's 4 screws, and you just, with the Allen key, remove these barn doors, reveals a nice clean panel. But then the next thing that came to mind was, hey, I want to be able to diffuse it. Of course, you could use C47s and put some diffusion there. But the next thing was, what about a grid? What if I want to target that sort of soft light? And so I did some research on Amazon and trying to find similar LED panel softboxes with grids, and I was able to find one. I did some measurements and found that it would be a little bit too small, and so I still ordered it because I had an idea about making a custom modification to the softbox, and I was able to do that. Here it is here. So here's the softbox, also probably about 1.5 feet by another 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet or so. And basically this is the rear, and when it came stock, it fits a smaller size panel, but I was able to cut sort of these corners up here, and then I had the ability to mount this softbox with the grid, which was amazing. Now I have sort of all those abilities to modify the light. And so if you guys are looking to pick one up, the Sokani X50 is definitely one I'd strongly recommend. And thank you everyone for watching. If you guys feel free to like and subscribe and put any comments of other lights that you're looking to review or have any other questions. Thank you everyone.